Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So if you're new to me, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. If you're coming back, I am very sorry that I haven't uploaded anything in a while. But today I bring to you Uma Musume Pretty Derby, the booster boxes. So I have two of them here with me. I actually bought two cases. So one case is 24 boxes. So two cases would be 48 boxes. Let me double check. Yeah, I believe that is correct. So looking towards the information, so there's 12 packs a box, and I believe each pack has 8 cards. And just to take a look at sort of like the rarity distribution, or yeah, the rarity of the set. There's going to be 155 cards, and it seems like each of those cards could come in a foil. So the foils are the SP, the special with the signatures, the OFR, which is the overframe rare, the triple R, which generally is the climaxes, and I think this is supposed to be an R, but I think it's a SP again. Once again, I think it's supposed to be an R because it's super rare. So just to take a look at some of the stuff that I've opened, because I have opened a few boxes already. So to sort of like get an idea, these are what the OFR looks like. I think the OFRs are the support cards in the mobile game. And then some of these SPs that I pulled in those boxes are the characters. Yeah, obviously. I actually pulled another SP from a loose box. So, funny story, I'm gonna yap, is the guys at my locals know that I'm getting the set. So when I get there, I'm like, yeah, let me get a box. And they're like, why are you getting a box? Aren't you getting a case? And I'm like, 2 cases, actually. And they're like, yeah, so why don't you just open your case? And I'm like, yeah, but I want to open something now. And this is something that I pulled from the loose box. So that will go into the rarities. So I believe within the case, within the 24 box case, you're looking towards, I think, 9 SPs. Once again, which is the signature cards. So I've opened, let's see, there's 8 boxes left. 24 minus 8 is 16, I believe. If my math is correct. That means I'm still looking for 3 SPs. Hold on. Sorry. Ogre cap. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry. So I'm looking for 2 now. And I think it's the same thing with the OFR, so I'm looking for 4 more. And I think the pack ratio is, or the box ratio is 3 foils. And once again, that could be anything ranging from the SP to SR. And just to give an idea of like what the other rarities are, the foil ones. So this one's an SR. It could be the event or it could be a character. And then the triple R's are the climaxes. So yeah, and I'm using all this lingo that kind of like gets into the game. But if you're here because of the mobile game or also the anime franchise, first off, welcome. I hope this gets you into playing Weiss personally. And I'm gonna keep yapping as I open. PSA, remember to cut away from yourself and not towards yourself. Yes, I hope this set, which has been out in JP for quite a while now, so everyone knows what like the meta is. But now that it's in English, gets you to playing Weiss, because I do enjoy the game and I would like to see the game prosper and such. So let's look at the box topper. So we get 2 box toppers. So each box has a box toppers. It seems like there are two that you could pull. One is this Symbole Rudolph, and the other is this Mr. CB. For speed purposes, and also allowing me to yap a lot more, I'm not really gonna go into too much details about some of the cards that we'll be pulling. I'm just gonna try to go through these packs, and I'll just stop on any of the interesting or like meta relevant cards that we pull. And then if it's like everyone's like favorite daughter, Haru Urara, or like whatever, then maybe I'll like pause just to put some respect on their name. Gold ship. So just to really quickly go over the design of some of these cards, particularly with this gold ship, for example. If you do decide to play the game, is you'll notice the CX combo. This goes into the climax card typing that I was referring to earlier. When you have both in play, it leads to some really powerful abilities. And also just to break down what a pack for this specific set is. So there's 8 cards per pack. So the top 3 are going to be a common. You can notice by the C here. And then the 4th card can be any rarity. So this is a double R, so we got really lucky with this pack. And then afterwards, the 5th card and 6th card will be U for uncommon. And then the 7th card will be a rare. And then the final card in the back will be a climax. So I'm just going to toss this in the box really quickly. But going back to the climax combo, it leads to some really powerful abilities. Once again, I am going into sort of like the game territory, which I will try to explain in more detail in a deck review sense, because I definitely bought all these boxes, 2 cases, with the intention of building and playing Uma Musume. Now, with that said, I'm most likely not going to be playing the meta version, because I ain't no I ain't no meta sheep. Alright, so like I said, 4th card, it could be anything. This is one of those scenarios where the 4th card happens to be a triple R climax. I think only climaxes would appear as triple Rs. But what this also means is that that is one of our foils in the box. So we're looking towards 2 more. I'm going to set this here and then go over. Ogre Cap is probably something to look out for as well, because I'm pretty sure there's a fan base for her, but she's also a combo, as you can see here. But once again, I'm not going to get into too much detail until sort of like the deck review kind of video comes to fruition, I suppose. Whoops, sorry, I nudged you guys. In the meantime, I will, so this Grass Wonder is probably a good example for me to get into yapping about some of the cards. So personally, I think this Grass Wonder is very good, because it has an on playability. You pay 1 resource and you discard a card to retrieve something from your discard pile. And the other ability, you'll notice here says Inspire, and this is sort of like a Uma specific, unless if there's like another set that also has this mechanic, is what happens is when you play another character, Grass Wonder goes underneath as a marker, and that leads to some very powerful abilities. So sort of the Inspire mechanic sort of translates back to the mobile game, which is, you know, sort of like the parent Uma passing on like their traits and inspiration to their children, which leads to more powerful abilities and more powerful builds. So long story short, that is the mechanic, and that is something that you would need to be aware of when deck building. And I am very glad I am only doing 2 boxes, because with the with the rate that I am yapping, 2 boxes is probably all I'm budgeted for. Let me grab my sleeves. And I know that there are some of you people who do enjoy the Maruzensky. So since it's an SP, I'll go over it. So the Maruzensky is on attack, you give a character plus 2,000 power. And then the other ability is when the damage that this character does, is cancelled, you put the top card of your deck into the waiting room, and then you deal damage equal to the level of that card that was put into waiting room, plus 1. So, once again, it's sort of getting into game mechanics, but in the Weiss scene, we call that ability Musashi, and sometimes you'll hear people coining this sort of like pseudo terminology or keyword, not really keyword, but pseudo terminology. I'm gonna set this aside. Oh, that also reminds me, this should go in here. The terminology from the player base is because a previous card in a previous set had that ability, so it's probably like the first example of it, which leads to people sort of like shortening it to be, oh, it's a Musashi. It's like, oh, I know what you're talking about. Let me go ahead and sleeve this since it's foiled. And then we'll take another look. So this will be the finisher combo that I'll be playing. Hopefully within the 2 boxes, if I pull one, I will go ahead and go into more detail about that. But yes, I'm pretty sure the previous topic before that, this is going to be the combo to the more meta-relevant one. So if I also pull that, then I could also get into that as well. But the previous topic that I was going over was... I think that's my 3 foils for this box, so yeah. The previous topic that I was going over, I believe, is the mobile game. And I just have to say, my luck is kind of garbage in that. Because I always have to go into pity, which is getting up to 200 and then like exchanging for that character or support card. So I'm really hoping within these 2 cases that I am actually able to pull something that I want. I guess I'll go over these 2 cards because they're going to be in a deck that I'm playing. So Sweep Tosho, it's give all other characters plus 1,000 power. It has the inspiration mechanic, which when you play something else, this goes underneath. But this has the added bonus that if you do go underneath as of that character you played, you could put the top card of your deck into your resource. And then the El Condor Pasa. So on play, you reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character, you could play it out. And then the other ability is if you have a marker on attack, you could discard a card from your hand. And then what happens is your opponent puts the bottom 4 of their deck into their discard. And you're looking specifically for the climaxes to deal X amount of damage, X being the number of climaxes put in their discard. And once again, game mechanic, that is what we refer to as an icy tail, because there was in a previous set a character that had the name Icy Tail, so that's how we refer to it moving forward. And speaking of moving forward, moving on to box 2. Once again, cut away from you, not towards you. And also relevant for anyone that is interested in getting into the game but don't want to like buy boxes, because that sort of gets into the idea of you need to know how to build a deck, even like a bad deck, because you probably want to have a game plan. Symbol of Rudolph. To really quickly go over the box toppers again, you could also get this one of what we call going first, going second. So in one of the boxes, I had the topper and also this going second card. So what happens is you sort of like, you'll also get like a going first. You shuffle them and then present it to your opponent. They flip it over and it's like they reveal this. They're going second, you're going first. Just to add that in. So if you get really lucky, you might be able to pull this from box as well. But going back to what I was saying about if you would like to get into the game but don't want to buy boxes, because once again that sort of like gets into deck knowledge, deck building, and also to a certain point meta knowledge. You could buy the trial decks, which is sort of like the pre-constructed starter decks that you would generally see in other card games. But we call them trial decks. And it will have all the essentials. It will have like a play mat, so you're familiar with sort of like the board setup. And also sort of like turn flow, meaning, you know, you go into your main phase or attack phase and then your end phase, whatever. Oh, Grass Wonder. And I'm going to set this aside. But this Grass Wonder is also relatively meta relevant, I would say. So this is on play, top check the top 2 of your cards, and then the other ability is pay 1 resource, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone, and then you would be able to search your deck for a level, for a character that's level 1 or lower, I believe. So there's that. But to re-enter into the conversation about the decks, is you could buy the trial decks, and it will have all the essentials for a completely new person. And then moving forward from there, if you want to try buffing the deck, you could definitely buy boxes. Generally, what everyone in the scene recommends is you just buy a playset, which is 4 copies of every card. And depending on the set, because of the ratios and whatnot, the price may vary. But that would definitely be a lot more cost effective than compared to opening blind boxes like me. So, especially since, like I said, the trial decks have everything set up for you, so you don't really need to consider too much about the setup and everything. So this is another triple rare climax. I believe this one should be a rice shower combo. I think I might have opened it. If not, it must have been in the previous box, in which case oh no, here it is. Yes, so you'll notice climax combo, and it will specify the climax that combos with it. So this is on play, put the top card of your clock, which is the damage, into your discard. So you heal 1, essentially. And then the combo is when your opponent becomes reversed, which is this essentially upside down. You could pay 2 resource, discard a card from your hand, and then if there's a marker underneath this card, you could deal 1 damage. And then if you have 2 or more other characters, you could also deal 3. So I would say that's a pretty good finisher. It's just a matter of within the sort of like meta scene, needing to beat over or reverse your opponent's character has been additional conditions that you have to fulfill. Versus sort of like the Kurin-chan, which is the level 3 finisher with the gold bar. Which is a lot easier to fulfill. So, let me put this here. Is that autofoils? That is autofoils, okay. So that means the final SP that I'm looking for, that I should have, would probably be in the remaining 6 boxes. And I would just have to go through those really quickly. And hopefully I could pull my Manhattan Cafe. My Manhattan Cafe. It's not the same if you don't pull it yourself. Yeah. I'm hoping within these 2 packs I'll be able to pull a Kurin-chan to... I think that's her name. To sort of like go over what the ability is, and then also the special week that I'm gonna play. To go over that. Doesn't seem like I would. I think the special week is a rare, so it will be in the back, and then I think the Kurin-chan might be a double rare. But we'll see what this last pack provides us with. Nope. Ah, Grass Wonder. Yeah, sorry for the lackluster end. I guess I'll go over this Major Bright, because it's very powerful. So this is a level 1, and it's blue. So on play, you could discard 2 cards from your hand to draw 2 cards if you have 2 or more other characters on board. And then the other ability is the Inspire, so when you play another character, you could put this one underneath that character. So it's sort of like you play her, you discard, you draw 2, hopefully you draw something into something that you're looking for, and then you play something else so that it kind of doesn't go to waste. But with that said, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It will be just a matter of me going through the remaining 6 boxes in this case, opening the other case, and then going over the decks that I'm going to build. And then if you do want to see more of these boxes, I could do some more from the other case that I'll have. But thank you very much for watching this. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me who your favorite Uma is, and whether you'll be playing or not, and lots of other stuff. But yeah, bye.